Okay, we are live. Welcome to the show, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. I just did a couple exercises. That's why I'm out of breath right now. I was doing these, and I'm getting better at them, actually. This, where I go like this, and I go like this, and the way I'm doing them now is I'm lifting the legs at the same time. As I get stronger, I'm able to do a little bit more, a stricter move there, and it's I can feel it, man. It's got me all tired just from doing. I think I just did 25 of those, and I started the show and I was like, ooh, wow, tired. Hello everybody. The chats are not coming through if you guys are chatting. I am seeing you guys are stopping in, so I think I'm just gonna refresh the chat since it doesn't seem to be working. Went out last night with Iceman and saw Endorphin, and we had a great time at the Haven in Orlando. Bye, Marie. Thank you. Hey, Jackie Ganells, what's up? So, Roki's doing good. He's not licking his toe. That he just got his toenail clipped that he ripped off. They had to clip it off, and there's fucking 3,000 watts running at my house in California, and I don't know why. Why is there 3,000? It could be a miss. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it just glitches like that. It'll give me a wrong reading. But I'm like, there's nothing on that's running 3,000 watts over there. James McGill, hello. How are you? What a show I have for you guys today. It's a show of shows. It's a show of shows. Show. It's a hell of a show. It's a show. I've got some footage from last night's show. The bands were crazy and they were amazing. We had a lot of fun. Billy Bong, thank you for being the only person that supported me on Twitter in the last 12 hours. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you so much. When I wake up in the morning and I finally get around to Twitter and I notice that no one has gone to my Twitter feed at all that day to even like a single tweet or anything, it makes me not want to do the show, man. And I saw Billy Bong Thornton. He sent me a couple tweets. He responded to a couple of my tweets, man. It makes a big difference, man. I'd say it every show. I wish you guys would consider that. I really wish you guys would consider that. It does. It goes a long way with me, man. It shows me that you guys love me, that you support me. You'll go out of your way for me. You know, I hope that you realize sometimes I have to go out of my way to do the show for y'all. So, you know, just a little reciprocation, man. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, I've got some news for you today. I brought you a little bit of content. Like I said, I've got video from the show last night. Just a couple of scenes. I think you'll like it. Good music, crazy stage presence, man. What a night, man. Not a large crowd, but it was one of the best crowds. It didn't have to be a big crowd, you know. They were all into it. Everybody in that fucking crowd was screaming and clapping and singing along, and you know, it was mostly the bands, I think, that were in there. There was so many bands that played. I think 5 bands played, so that's, like 20 extra people or 30 extra people, and then the bands bring stage crew and family and shit. So the bands had a lot of people with them, and that for that little tiny venue, it was a good crowd. It really was, and very supportive. You'll see in the video that's coming up. But we're going to play another video first. This is what the title of the video is about. It's about what's going on in Arizona. You guys might not be aware of this. I thought it was very important. I've always felt that this was important. I've always brought things like this up on the show for you guys. And you can take it or leave it. You can believe me or not. You can tune in or tune out. It's up to you. All I know is my conscience will be clear, because I spent my whole life on these podcasts warning people about all the shit that I find out about. Whether it's something on about sugar, or how good eggs are for you, which I didn't know about that until just a few years ago, or that climate change is coming and that there's going to be mass migration, or that cannabis doesn't, have any negative effects on you, and there should be no law regarding it. All kinds of information that I try to bring you. If you appreciate that, stay, watch the show. Just come back and watch as often as you can. Sign up for notifications, and come check me out over there on Twitter. I'm at Nays Garden Show now. Here, this is going to be. My mouse doesn't work correctly anymore. Here we go. All right, check out this video. It's a very short one, but it's devastating. Let's smoke. We're gonna have to smoke while we watch it. So I think I'm gonna start with a dab this morning. Iceman and I went out last night, and he re-upped me, so I got me some of that nice lemony stuff that he's got. I wanted to buy some from him, and he won't sell me any. He only gives it to me. I'm like, can I buy some? He's like, no. Fucker. So he just gives it to me, and he keeps me stocked up so I can do dabs with him on the show. Maybe he's awake. He's probably out shooting his new sniper rifle. Am I allowed to mention that on here? He got a badass sniper rifle, for a real sniper rifle. Thing's bad as fuck. So my dabber is right here. We'll put some dabs on this dabber, and we'll get this video. And let me just say this, man. Last night, look, man, I hate mentioning it, but somebody was in that venue last night, and they smelled so awful. They had the worst body odor on them, and when they walked by me, it was almost like I was going to vomit. It was so bad. And I wonder, when you guys encounter somebody like that in public, that just a total random stranger, and you find it offensive, their body odor, have you ever said anything to anybody about their body odor smelling? I had a friend of mine, this is a funny story, we were all going out one night, I'm not going to mention any names, this was a close friend of mine, and he came over, and he smelled really bad, and I was like, I had a whole house full of people, we were all going out, we were all partying, and he came in, and he smelled really bad, and I was like, hey, bro, come back here. He's like, what's up? Went back to my bathroom, and I said, all right, I was like, dude, you reek. He's like, what? And he starts smelling himself. He's like, really? I'm like, bro, everyone in my house can smell you. As soon as you walked in the door, you made the whole house smell bad. He's like, I didn't know that, bro. I couldn't even tell. I was like, it's all right. I'm going to teach you how to do a pit wash. He's like, a what? I was like, a pit wash. You need a pit wash. You got to wash your armpits, bro. I was like, take your shirt off. I was like, I'll show you how to do it. Right? We had this big mirror, and I took my shirt off. I'm like, bro, just take some soap. See this? And you just clean your armpits with a little warm water. Splash some warm water. Clean it. And now here's some Ultra Band roll-on. This is an antiperspirant, anti-deodorant. This will make that smell not come back for about 24 hours. Yeah, the pit wash. Needless to say, the guy never showed up at my house smelling ever again. He always took care of it, because at that point he realized that other people could smell it. There are literally people who don't think other people can smell their smell. When they can smell it themselves and they're just used to it or whatever, and they just figure, because no one's ever said anything to them, oh, you can smell that? Yeah, all of us can smell that. And we don't like it. And we don't like being around you. Because you don't take the extra time that we all take to prevent that odor from offending you. It's a reciprocation thing. We all do it. You should have learned that when you were growing up. That's why you take a bath, you take a shower every day. You got to do that every day, or this is what happens. And that's not a healthy smell, man. It's not a healthy smell. That's fucking bacteria growing on your skin. So maybe somebody out there learned something, or maybe it doesn't bother any of you. Maybe you all love the smell of other people's body odor. And by the lack of responses that I just got in this chat, I'm just going to assume that every single person in my chat right now appreciates and loves the smell of body odor radiating from other human beings. You guys didn't give me a single word back on it. So I'm just going to assume that y'all likes people when they stank. And I'm like, wow, really? Not a single comment? Well, I'm just going to do a dab by myself. I feel like I'm completely isolated from everybody else in my chat right now. I'm really... Not a single one of you is ever offended by the stench of a person that doesn't clean themselves. At all. Ever. Not a single one of you. Oh, 2 people left. I bet they left with their fucking stenches. Oh, Jackie gets it. Okay, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. One person wants to talk to me this morning. Anybody else like to wake up and say something about the conversation? Why would I offer such a vulgar topic? I know it's not the nicest thing to talk about, but, it's giving you guys stuff to think about. It's giving you guys stuff to chat about, whatever, laugh, or whatever. I don't care. Give me something, people. Anything would be great. Like what Jackie Gannell's just said, body odor stinks. Thank you, Jackie. Guess I'm dabbing for you. You seem to be the only person conscious today in my chat. Use your words, people. Now you're just pissing me off. That's a huge dab, by the way. I'm going to do a huge dab for Jackie Gannell's. Right? And the rest of you probably, I guess, everyone else here that doesn't want to chat to me appreciates and loves the stench of human body odor. None of you have a problem with it. That's really weird. Isn't that weird? Wow. Weird, man. I think it's weird. I think y'all are weird. Jackie Gannell's, I think you and I are the only 2 people here that are common sensing it. I don't know, but here goes the Arizona video anyway, since none of you guys want to fucking participate this morning in my chat. Here's the video while we do this.
Arizona's drought continues. Some cities and towns are starting to see their water supply threatened. In some cases, it's drying up completely. In Pine and Strawberry, wells are running dry and the infrastructure is failing.
Team 12's William Pitts talked to people who stand to lose everything as their town tries to find solutions in our ongoing series, Running Dry. Through those trees that way.
Christy Meixel's dream house should be there at the end of the cul-de-sac.
We have some land that we wanted to build on.
And how's that going?
We're not able to build.
They can't because there's no water for the house. They can't even finish the road.
The kids came to us and wanted to move up here. So we decided, let's sell our house in Gilbert, and with that money, we'll come up here and build our dream home.
What a bunch of idiots, because the kids, I don't know how old her children are, wanted to, we just decided to pack up all our shit and move to a place that doesn't have any water. We're not going to investigate it. We're not going to look into it. We're just going to sell our home. We're going to pack up our shit, and we're going to move to a fucking place with no water. Look, if that woman hadn't been algorithmed out of being able to watch my show on YouTube, she would have been seeing Trendy Ass Dabbers years ago and would have heard my warning. And hopefully she at least would have had the opportunity to heed it. But, YouTube doesn't want people to see my show. I get it. And she never saw my show. I get it. So now she's screwed because she's didn't do her due diligence, decided to pack up her shit and move somewhere without investigating the place first to, maybe see what the fuck she was moving into. Look, you guys watching this show, you're not going to make the same goddamn mistake that she made. Those of you that are just ignoring this, who fucking cares? You guys are going out trying to smell people's body odor, I guess. Whatever. It's just me and Jackie. Hey, I'm Adidas. Even we in Germany are drying up. I'm Adidas, right? All right. Let's keep going here.
Well, we're told that we sit on a rock here. We do have a well that's down 750 feet with no luck.
And there's no way to pass
They
in.
went 750 feet down for a well and did not hit water. That is unheard of. Yeah, I got on the bad side of YouTube. That's not good. I know, right? You got that right, brother. Eat a dick. You got that right. Exactly. I got on the bad side of YouTube. I'm on the bad side of their stupid algorithms.
Pine Strawberry water system.
Mom, you need help?
They're not allowing any new hookups because the water district doesn't have enough water to go around already. A few streets over, William Green thought he was safe.
There's a water tank up there.
A water tank that served William Green for 6 years.
He thought he was safe, but he doesn't watch Trendy As Dabber's uploads, so he has no idea. He just believes what he sees on mainstream media. He doesn't get all the stuff. He doesn't get all the information, like what Dr. Guy McPherson has been saying for years. And people still disagree with what Dr. Guy McPherson was saying, but what is this? This is exactly what he said was going to start happening, exactly when he said it was going to happen. Now, today, it's happening. This is it. And people that look away, people that run away from my show, people that get algorithmed out of watching this show, people that don't like me because I'm loud, obnoxious, they don't like my attitude, they don't like the drugs, they don't like the way I look, they don't like the people in my chat, or whatever their reason is for not watching, they might stay in a place like Arizona and not have any idea. Look, I've been warning you guys for years. Migrate, migrate, migrate. I did it. I've done it twice. Pack up your shit and fucking leave. I don't know how else to tell you, but if you guys are in places where you're not going to be able to get your own water, you need to start thinking what's going to happen when the city isn't pumping you water anymore. Listen, this is exactly what happened to these people. They've got city connections, and the city shut them off. And the city's not allowing any more connections.
Didn't.
Well, we turned on the tap, no
Cheers.
water, and we thought something must be wrong with the water line.
The line was fine. The well had run dry.
We have snowpack here in the winter. We have the monsoon rains. Never ever thought. If we ever thought that, we certainly wouldn't have moved here.
Because without water,
Which is what led a good portion of the town to a church gym at 9 a.m. in March to hear how bad it really is.
we do have our hands out for money, grants, and forgivable loans. That's what we're here today asking for.
The Pine Strawberry Water Improvement District is basically the water company here. Some people have their own wells, others use the district's water, but it all comes from the same place, the ground.
so good.
And out of 38 wells, only 14 of them work now. The district says the pipes are so old they leak 33 million gallons of water a year.
It was not put in right. So over the years...
So you're pumping the water back into the ground, you fucking idiots. You guys are fucking morons. But let's just stand by and watch our water run dry while we pump it into the ground because we're all a bunch of fucking idiots.
to remember that...
And this
what
is
this system?
This is while we're spending $40 billion, $50 billion on war. $50 billion we sent to Ukraine, and our wells are drying up here in the United States. Great leadership we've got here, huh? They're not talking about drought conditions in Washington, are they?
60 years old?
And it's not just drinking water or toilets.
I need
This
a
area
bong
has
rip now.
burned many times and come dangerously close to town.
And of course, we all know
Got
about
me
the
another
fire
bud.
potential. What happened last year? We had to evacuate.
All we can do is just serve the homes. We don't have, you see fire hydrants, but they don't work very well.
The district needs more than $130 million just to bring the water system up to standard. And it needs to be money they don't have to pay back because they've borrowed as much as they
$130 million. You know, we just sent $50 billion to Ukraine. And where could that money be better spent? Baby formula, improving the water systems here in the United States so people don't fucking die of dehydration. I don't know. No, but let's promote and start a war so just a few people that own a lot of stock in military corporations can make fucking millions and billions of dollars while we sit here and suffer in silence. Like I said, man, if you're not out in the street protesting, you will be soon enough. You will be soon enough. When your water runs dry, you'll be out in the street too. You better have some bottled water with you.
They still haven't found anything.
Well, this is like all we got now.
Pete Buttigieg, yeah, well, you know, he's doing a great job raising a child. He's doing a great job raising a child. Great leadership decision. Hey, man, I've just been hired by the United States federal government to run shit. I think this would be a great opportunity to take some time off and raise a child. What a fucking dumb bitch. Fuck him. God,
And,
fucking
we've
idiot.
worked all our lives for this.
You needed to have a fucking kid.
Now it's not worth anything. We don't know where to go or where we can go.
William Green can't hook up to the water system either, even though
See?
the water line is already on his property.
You hear that?
But he still has the house, and he's probably going to have to truck in water.
He's already got the water line from the city on his property, and they won't let him turn it on. Yeah, no more new connections. And he doesn't know what to do because he needs a new connection because his well ran dry. You know, this guy who's paid taxes, voted, and enhanced the community for as long as he's been there, they won't even let him have water because they're a bunch of cunts. Fuck them.
They don't even think about this anymore. This is totally put on hold.
Christy Meixel, though, doesn't even have that. She's living in a small cabin with her 3 kids and only a hope of her dream home.
We're good. We changed our plans a little bit, so now we're on the 4-year plan instead of the 1-year plan.
Yeah, real funny.
There's no happy
I'm glad she has
ending to
such
the
a great
story.
sense of
Not yet,
humor.
anyway. The water district doesn't know where the...
Yeah, we're on the 4-year plan instead of 1-year plan. Huh. I mean, that kind of attitude's not really going to fire up anybody, you know? Huh. Oh well, huh. My bad. Yeah, I got kids I need water for. Huh. Oh well, huh. 4-year plan, so kids wanted to move here, so we sold the house and moved out here, found out there was no water. Huh. Oops. Sounds like a real fucking deep thinker. Now, like I said, if she had been watching this show and believing me, you know, some of you watch the show and don't believe me. You go on your own merry way and you don't think I'm telling you the truth. You think I'm making shit up. You think I'm a sensationalist or whatever. That's on you too. You've heard the words. That woman never heard my words. Why? Algorithms, YouTube, you know. She never heard Lee Camp. Well, Lee Camp doesn't really pontificate like I do. Or wax poetically like Dr. Guy McPherson does on the urgency of taking action for yourself, personal. I mean, it's too late to change climate, but it's not too late to pack up your shit and move to a place that has a fucking well, or a lake, or a river, or a spring, or a lot of rainfall. You know, but it will be soon. Keep waiting, folks. Keep waiting, people of Arizona, people of California, all of the people whose communities have literally dried up and have no more water left. You guys can all just keep on keeping on. Stay where you are. Let your water run dry. And you know, every few weeks you could go to a county you know, a forum, you know, where they have a little public hearing or whatever. You can go there to a meeting, you know, your little PTA meetings or whatever the hell they call those things, and you could complain and you could cry and you could bring your posters, you know, and you could stand there in the audience and you can appeal to the people that you elected as leaders to lead you, the people that you trusted with your lives and your children's lives. Or you can just say, hey, man, you know what? Trendy Nay's right. We can't trust government anymore. They're literally letting us dry out. And oh, by the way, yeah, let's keep supporting sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. All of you yellow and blue flag wavers out there that are pushing for this war, hey, man, congratulations to you. We're running out of water in the United States, man. We're running out of baby formula. We're going to be running out of food here soon enough. You know, and the algorithms on YouTube won't let me grab you by your shoulders and shake the sense into you. So here we are. You know, jokers to the left of me, clowns to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Here we are. You know. And like I said on Twitter, man, the jokers are the Democrats, the clowns are the Republicans, and we're in the middle. And the water's running out. And we're sending billions for war. God, that's great. Can we keep doing that, please? I think we should send $1 trillion for this war. Because, you know, somewhere there's some child whose father is a stakeholder in Raytheon that's going to need a new electric-powered battery semi-truck, little toy, you know, that he can drive around on his beautifully paved, gated community, you know, asphalt with speed bumps everywhere. I'm describing my community. So let the water run dry, let the wells grind to a halt, and let's keep sending billions, if not $1 trillion, to a war in Ukraine that we started so that we could suffer, so that we could jack up our gas prices and starve out Americans and starve out American babies. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to war. War. Great, man. Give me my American flag, man. I want to be like Jackson Hinkle, and I want to put an American flag next to my name on Twitter so everyone can see how proud I am of this stupid fucking country. Let's make war, folks. I just can't believe he still has that stupid American flag next to his name. You know? It's Jackson Hinkle having an American flag next to his name is as bad as anybody flying that blue and yellow rag next to theirs. It's the exact same thing. And I don't understand why he does it. I wouldn't say it if it didn't fucking piss me off so much. But if you're a patriot, it means you support this country. It means you support what this country does, Jackson Hinkle. Take the flag down, buddy. You took the one off your wall. Now take it off your stupid Twitter avatar. It doesn't need to be there. You don't need to be waving a fucking piece of cloth, you know, that stands for every horrible thing that we've ever done in this world, Jackson Hinkle. You should think about that. Jackson Hinkle, you should think about that. He no longer talks to me. I think I see why. 3.7 liters a gallon, you do the math. God, dude, what? You're paying $8 a gallon in Australia, bro? Oh my God. You know, we hear stuff like this and we don't even care because Australia is so far away. And we're like, that's not us. We're only paying $6 a gallon. You know, we're only paying $5.20 a gallon. Huh. You know, dude, I remember when diesel, it was a year ago in California, driving down the road, and I'm seeing diesel's $4.20 a gallon. I'm like, oh my God, $4.20 a gallon. That's insane. I'm going to wait till it goes back down to $4 a gallon. Dude, and now it's $7. It's $7 in California for diesel. $7. Benny Schaefer, hello. Look, I'm not going to be out in the street protesting. I'm not going to be marching. I'm not going to be holding up signs. I'm not going to be going to community meetings. You know, and I can't be that guy who leads you to the promised land. But I can definitely take you to the people who will. And I want you to follow Jackson Hinkle, and I want you to tell him to take that stupid American flag off of his avatar on Twitter and tell him what it stands for. It stands for all the imperialism and all the war and all the murdering that we do as a country around the world. Let him know that. But you should also follow him and you should listen to him. It's very important. You should also follow and listen to Jimmy Dore. He's not right, not about COVID. If he talks about COVID, just turn him off. Ignore what he says about COVID. But every other thing that Jimmy Dore talks about, you should be listening to. But especially, you should be listening to Lee Camp, because he's the one that will get out in the street and he will lead you out there. Some of you might want to go out there. I don't know, man. Some of you might have little daughters. You know, you might have a little daughter, and you might want her to have the the right to dictate what goes on with her body as she grows up. I don't know. That's on you. That would be worth protesting for. You know, what's going on with Ukraine sending, where it gets pretty soon it's going to be $1 trillion. Watch. $1 trillion war package to Ukraine. And we're all just going to be like, yeah, war. You've got very little time to make these decisions. So is your child's future worth it to you? Is your child going to school and being able to read a book and being able to decide for themselves whether they want to, buy into something or not, and have it on them instead of letting someone like Governor Ron DeSantis be the arbiter of your children's future? Holy shit, man. I mean, if there's people out there that literally trust Ron DeSantis, who just freaking lies like Donald Trump now, you should see what he's doing on the front page in today's paper. They're talking about how he's bragging about sending all this money to Republican rural areas that really don't need any of this COVID relief funding, and he's sending millions of dollars so that he can increase his voting base of federal government COVID relief funding, which is not going towards that at all. He's completely misappropriated those funds. He's misappropriated his leadership, and Florida is at his mercy right now. He's very he spends a lot of time, I forgot the word, he spends a lot of time paying attention to the details of enhancing his own future. You understand what I mean? He's very focused on doing all the things he needs to do, setting all the pieces in place so that down the line, like Donald Trump did with abortion, he started putting judges in, and the Democrats sat by and did nothing. And they just watched it happen like a bunch of cuck bitches. When Barack Obama wanted to put Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court, Mitch McConnell wouldn't even hear the freaking he wouldn't even let them go before the court. And then the Democrats, when they're in there and they're like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, Donald Trump, sure, yeah, let's put forth all of your idiotic picks. Nancy Pelosi had the power to stop all of that, and she didn't. And she let them take over the Supreme Court. She had every opportunity, just like Mitch McConnell. She could have done the exact same thing, and she should have taken a play out of Mitch McConnell's playbook and been like, well, you blocked Barack Obama's appointees, I'm going to block yours. And we'll keep that Supreme Court fair. And, that's the thing I don't understand about the Supreme Court anyway. As a law, as a rule, the court should be set up completely balanced, always. And if you're going to lose a Republican, you replace him with a Republican. If you're going to lose a Democrat, you replace him with a Democrat. It's a two-party system. The fact that someone thought it might be a good idea to let that court get out of balance, it baffles me. I'm like, that's totally not how it should work. And I don't necessarily agree with everything on either side. So I like that there is a balance there because, you give the Democrats the right to have full power over that court. Our voices they're going to just strike down, the Democrats would strike down social media completely. We wouldn't be able to talk. They would take our guns away. They would take our ability to protect ourselves in our own homes away. We would have no security. They'd be spying on us. They'd be listening in on our conversations. They'd be locking people like Julian Assange up in prison for life, like Barack Obama with his stupid indefinite detention bullshit. Oh, let's lock people up. No habeas corpus. No recourse whatsoever. You can't get a lawyer. You have to sit in a jail cell until we can figure out what to do with you because you're branded a terrorist of the state. Wow, thanks Barack Obama for that one. Those are Democrats. Hey, can we drone strike Julian Assange? Hillary Clinton. Yeah, let's drone strike a reporter who outed the fact that you're a war criminal, that you killed people, that you murdered innocent people. Yeah, let's cover that up and let's hide that guy and let's shoot him down with a drone strike. Great idea. Those are the Democrats. And there's no way I would want them to have complete power in the Supreme Court. But then you look at the Republicans, and they're just as bad. They're just as bad. And look at what they're doing with women's rights. So this is crazy. It's just stupid that we allow an imbalance in the Supreme Court. Who thought of that? Who's like, yeah, let's let one side outdo the other side from time to time. Let's just mix it up a little bit. Whose idea was that? Why wouldn't you have a court that's completely balanced that has to determine what goes on, determines what goes on for every single American in the country? They have the final say. It should be a fair and balanced court. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, how would the Republicans feel if it was a completely Democratic Supreme Court? They would freaking hate that shit. They'd be hating it. And everybody votes, let's just go to war. Let's keep sending the money to war. It doesn't matter what party it is. They agree on that, don't they? They have no problem. Even the squad completely just bent over for the war. Let's just send the money. Let's send 40, 50 billion. Both sides of our government are a bunch of idiots. I know. What can you do? What can you do? I tell you what you guys can do on a personal level. You take care of yourselves personally. And you need to start doing that. And those of you who are relying on the government to bring you water and stuff like that, you need to start thinking about it. Because this shit is happening to other people now. It's happening all over the country. It's not just, one little town in California that you heard about. Now there's another little town in Arizona. Now there's Flint, Michigan. Now there's what's going on in Miami with saltwater intrusion into their water lines. Oh, that's great. You guys know about that? We're going to have to spend probably $1 trillion on the state of Florida just to build a wall around it because we're in such denial about rising sea level. We can't let Florida be submerged. No way. Watch. Oh no, they can't let Miami be submerged. No. I'm telling you. We are in it. We're strapped in, man. And we are going click, 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 click right now up that hill. We're on the ride, man. Nobody's getting off. So welcome to the roller coaster of climate change, man. While everything starts getting more and more chaotic, and we're just waiting for something to end, for something to get more clarity, for something to start making sense. And it's not. And this is the way it happens, man. This is the way the world collapses, bro. It doesn't ever start getting any better. This is exactly how it's supposed to happen. It's a slow process. It is because we're in it. Imagine if you're one of your poor little children that you guys just decided to have, okay? And they're 1 year old right now. Yeah, in 10, 15 years, they're going to be looking back at this and being like, man, that happened fast. How did they let that happen? It's called being made to feel powerless, and that is how society does you. They make you feel like you don't count. They make you feel like you don't matter. And then when everybody says, hey, man, let's go out in the street and take this shit back, you're like, yeah, we can't do that. And we don't have the numbers. It's only going to take 5% of the population here to go out in the street. 5% to turn it all around. It doesn't have to be every single one of you. Just these little badass motherfuckers that are young and full of life, and I support them 10,000%. Go out there and do your thing, guys. Young people, I totally support you in doing it. I've seen you guys out there. You guys are fucking crazy. Get angry and let them know. And when they tell you can't demonstrate in front of somebody's home, go right to their fucking home. All right, fuck them. Fuck Ron DeSantis. I'd find out where that motherfucker lived, and that's the first place I'd be fucking protesting, is in front of his fucking house. And I'd bring 1 million people with me, and I'd say, try to arrest all of us. Fuck you, Florida. Fuck you, Ron DeSantis. We're standing in front of your house until you start changing shit. So you start fucking smartening up. Do you remember when the fertilizer plant had a big sinkhole? It's simple, and it leaked directly into our aquifer here in Florida? No. I don't know about that, Benny. Years ago? No. Tell me about that. The aquifer fed a lot of fresh water to communities here. Yeah? Sup, gang, just woke up. Big Mark. The scales of justice is a joke. It's a scale which can be tilted one way or another. The kicker is that Lady Justice is blindfolded, so she doesn't see who's tipping the scales. Mic check. Josh, both sides of our government are a bunch of idiots. You guys are chatting, man. Thank you so much for all the chats. Betty Schaefer, like Big Brother, exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent there for a while, guys. I'm sorry. I was just, I was a little angry. Had to work it out. Too much complacency. How are you doing today? Jake, I'm doing great. More inflation. Yay, says Billy Bong. Daniel Andressy wants to know if he can be unblocked. Daniel Andressy wants to be unblocked from the chat. All right, give me a second. I didn't realize he was blocked. I don't know why I blocked him. Did you come in talking smack, some bitch? What'd you do? What did you do? What did you say? What did you say to me? I don't like it. All right, give me a second. Daniel Andressy, huh? How long has he been banned for? Daniel Andressy. All right, Daniel Andressy. Daniel Maxwell. Wonder how many Daniels there are on here. You fucking Daniels with your big fat fucking mouths. Daniel Andressy. Karen McDonald. What? I thought I unblocked her. Daniel Andressy. I blocked Vladimir Putin. Daniel Andressy. Daniel Andressy. Damn, buddy. There you are. I got you. Just seeing if there's anybody else in here. There's so many people in here, man, on this ban list. Holy shit. Dude. That's a lot of goddamn names on that ban list. Every once in a while I'll clear it, but I think I said the last time, I was like, these bans are going to stay. They said that Aquifer fed a lot of fresh water to communities here in Florida. Morning, Nay, Sadie user, what's up? How was the show last night? You guys, I've got video for you from last night's rock show. So it's HD, it looks really good. I was right up front. Not a lot of video, just like maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. I think I got a whole song. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. But it's good, and the music, you know, it's fucking endorphin. There was another band there called the Dude Band, and they were fucking great. There was another band there called I can't remember their name. They were fucking great too. The 3 bands that I saw, well, Endorphin was phenomenal, but dude, this other band, the Dude Band, they had this guitar player, man. This motherfucker. I mean, Adam from Endorphin is amazing. When he's hot and his sound is right, dude, he's a guitar god. He is. But this other guy in this other band, he had a great night. His sound was dead perfect. He didn't miss a single fucking note. And his guitar playing was fucking flawless and so fluid. And he's doing like arpeggio sweeps and fucking Dimebag Daryl style fucking dive bomb, full control over the squeal, fucking feeding back perfectly. Everything that guy did on that guitar was like, damn! That guy, at the end of the show, I went up to him. I was like, dude, him and his singer. And him and his singer is the other guitar player. So it was 2 guitar players and the singer, and they were just standing there. Really, really nice, cool guys. And I walked up as Ice and I were leaving, and I said, you guys were fucking great. I really loved. They were so nice. They were like, really, dude? They're like, they all came over. They're like, thank you, bro, man. That's so cool you said that. Thank you, man. I was like, yeah, man, you guys were fucking amazing. Amazing. And and they've been around. And their bass player is very attractive girl, man. Very, very attractive, cute. And she was rocking. She was running all over the bar, playing her bass. She was moshing people. Wow, she was fucking great, man. And their drummer, well, you guys are going to have to see their drummer, okay? The drummer was phenomenal too, but you're going to have to see it, okay? You're going to have to see it. It's in the video. Iceman was standing next to me. I'm filming the band, and Ice goes, zoom in on the drummer. I was like, okay, I zoomed in on the drummer. You guys will see, okay? And you'll get it when you see it. You're going to love it. So let's smoke, and then I'll get the video ready for you, and I think you're going to freaking love it. Where was it? Daniel, hey, welcome back, buddy. It was at the Haven down on, I want to say Forsyth Road near University. It's a great, the sound, dude, and that audio engineer, I should have thanked him too, because the sound was amazing. Except when that one band started, the dude band, he didn't have the vocalist's volume up, and it took him almost the whole half of the first song to get the guy's volume so you could hear him, and that kind of got me. I was like, that's cringe, because dude, when Endorphin came on, he had everything set up for them. All they had to do was just click a button, go into, they had them pre-sound checked and everything, and it was so funny because it was like Jimmy, it looked like they were going to do a sound check, and I wish I had this part on video. Jimmy was like, okay, I want you guys to watch this microphone, and he goes, now I'm going to hold it over here, and he goes, you're looking at me. He goes, I want you to look at the microphone. Now don't take your eyes off this microphone. He goes, now I'm going to hold it over here. You guys are looking at the microphone? Okay, you guys still looking at the microphone? Okay, now I'm going to hold it down here. He's like, okay, this is a family show. It's a family show. My bad. But, I could hold it down really low. You guys looking at it? He says, or I could hold it up here and boom, then the fucking first song starts and the drummer, everything, bam, right when he held that mic up and dropped it, dude. And it was so unexpected and it was so awesome. Dude, the intro to that fucking first song, oh, the way they did that shit. You're all just like, yeah, dude, Endorphin, man, they're so great. Anyhow, let me do this bong rip, and then we will watch a little bit of the bands. And like I said, that dude band, they're fucking great too. And, I might not have recorded a time when they were sounding great, but I'm telling you that no matter what I captured on video, I'm telling you, there were parts when they were playing last night where I was like, these guys are the fucking bomb. I love this shit. I was really down with it. But you'll see. You'll see. I hope I got some of that guitar player too. I don't know. It's just shredding dicular. Cheers. Yeah, but you see it. All right, here we go. Dude, why is my house using all this fucking power? 5,000 watts, bro. What's going on over there? It's fucking pissing me off. Dude, my spell checker is off on my phone. I don't know why. Because some re-engineer turned it off whenever they did the update. Okay. I gotta make sure I have the right. The right speaker here so you guys can hear what's going on. Okay. All right. Okay, this is a 2.5-minute clip, so you're going to get a little bit of that band, the Dude Band. I know it's a stupid name, right? The Dude Band, but I'm telling you, this band was fucking fantastic. You know? Hold on here. Just let me get you a good shot here. Go. Turn that off. Okay, let's see if we got sound. We don't have sound. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Huh. Dude, this phone got updated and it deleted my settings in my Bluetooth. That's just weird. It wouldn't connect to any of them. Why is that? They're all on. Holy moly, bro. That's really weird. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Wait, why isn't the sound coming through? God damn it. Here's endorphins.
Did I mention we haven't played this song in 20 years live? Sing it for me,
All right. I need to get me like a little cardboard box that's painted inside black, and put that behind my phone. A little blackening area. I was using my Old license plate. That wasn't working very well though. Did you guys like that? So, it's too bad that I didn't really capture the best part of anything. You know, they were so great. That was like that's not a good example of either of those bands. They're doing so much. It was crazy. But yeah, I thought you guys might like that, you know? Seeing what the hell was going on out there last night. Fox host blames shootings on video games. And what do you want to do? Stop playing video games? I don't think that's going to happen. I think the video gaming community has your own numbered, buddy. We should probably watch some of that, huh?
Hey guys, we have a Fox host here. I don't know if it's the host or the guest, to be fair. Well, Nikki says it's the host, who decided to blame another mass shooting, or in this instance, the terror attack, because it was the one in Buffalo. It was based on white supremacist ideology. They tried out the old trope from like the 1990s of like, it's gotta be the video games. Let's watch.
I think of, what must go through the minds of these people, like the guy yesterday who's accused of shooting up that supermarket. He's 18 years old. His whole life was in front of him, and now his life essentially is over because of what he decided to do.
What a weird phrasing. Like, why are you talking about him and his life? Why is that the first thing that comes to mind for you? Why is it not like, Jesus Christ, those victims, holy shit. One of the people that was killed was an 86-year-old grandma.
Okay. I'll tell you why, Kyle. Because in this context, those people don't matter at all in this context. What matters is what drove that fucking kid to do what he did. That's why, Kyle. These guys have already talked about the victims, I'm sure. And you're taking this completely out of context. This is one thing that Kyle does from time to time, and I'll totally call him on it. They're not discussing the victims at this moment. And that's not what this segment is designed for. They're talking about what drove this fucker to do what he did. So, great observation, Kyle.
Pick up like a cake for his grandson's birthday party. This kid's life is over. Yeah, and the 11 lives of the people that he killed in cold blood, their lives are over too. And their lives are over, not just like, hey, maybe you'll spend life in prison.
I love how Kyle's like, how dare you?
It's so weird. This is bizarre.
How dare you not mention the victims first? How dare you?
About this
oh, he's so high and mighty. I love it.
Oh, he thought about it.
How dare you?
And that's part of the problem. Is that this wasn't just mental illness, which I do think mental illness played.
Kyle's all. Am I right? Let me know in the chat.
It was ideological brainwashing. He had a cause. And he
Kyle's like, gotcha.
He said, "Here's why I'm doing this."
Wrapped up in themselves, as you say.
Kyle's like, hey, audience, watch me. I got this. Look, I got this guy. Look, I totally caught him. Not talking about the victims. I caught them.
So psychopathic that nothing else matters to them?
You'd have to have a conscience to feel that way. And so, no, there's not. It's a blind obsession. It lacks empathy. Thus, it makes them so incredibly dangerous.
I wonder, it seems like these things have gotten so much worse since video games became so realistic and so violent.
Oh, my God.
Have you done research or, learned that video games...
Dude, we've been shooting people with rifles in wars before there were television sets. Don't give me that, video games is creating this. War created the video games, dude. You got the fucking egg before the chicken, you fucking idiot.
Tend to just desensitize people to the actual results of pulling a trigger?
Not only is his point stupid, he's not even a good host. He's not even he's not even good at presenting stuff.
I think in terms of...
By the way, I'm going to break down his claim in a little bit, regardless of what this guy says. This is the first time I'm watching this. But I pulled up a study on this exact question.
Causation. What the information shows us is that as we become more disfranchised as individuals and groups...
Disfranchised?
People leave a faith, for example... The family units become smaller or more disconnected. We live it for the
Fox
distances.
talking point.
And we're
family.
communicating through a medium
The
that
family.
really intended
The family.
as a human being, which is online.
Cheers.
Or through texting or these kind of things. We get separated as humans to have that connection that builds, I would say, an inner morality. But
yeah, look, I love how when it's like a very clearly far right wing white supremacist terrorist, they're breaking out like a sociological analysis. Like, well, look, you can't just look at this one individual. You have to look at all of society and look at all the factors that led to this and how people are isolated and disenfranchised and all these things. They would never in a million years take that same approach to dealing with a terrorist who's Muslim or dealing with a criminal who's black. Oh, thugs, criminals, bad, terrible parents. They needed to man up and get some religion in their lives and get their shit together. They're like, the sociological analysis is only trotted out for like the white killer. When it's not the white killer, it's it's more judgment, talking about how innately evil the act is. Look, the reality is you should bring the nuance to everything. But you should also bring the strong condemnation in your analysis to all of it.
all of that aside, there's things that we know that if we have areas where we congregate as in groups, we have large retail locations, we have large churches, there's things we can do in anticipation from this anomalous event, which still is rare in the US, even though it's increasing. And there's things we can proactively do to protect ourselves and protect our groups from the vulnerability of somebody like today walking into a place of worship.
Okay, so yeah, to the violent video games point, this is scapegoating is what it is. This has happened time and time again. Whenever there's a terror attack or a mass shooting, people take what their own pet issue is and they try to superimpose it over the reality. So from the 1990s and onward, there's been this like jihad against video games where, the older generation doesn't like that many in the younger generation play video games and they love video games, and they feel like it's unhealthy and it breeds bad habits and isolation, and so that's been one of the scapegoats. Like the scapegoats can be rap music. That could be a scapegoat. A scapegoat could be like punk rock music or metal music. Scapegoat could be video games. It's any sort of it's a way to change the conversation back to the culture war. And look, this has been studied. It's actually been studied a number of times, and the answer is clear. So this is from July 2020. Playing video games doesn't lead to violent behavior, study shows. Analysis of 28 global studies dating back to 2008 found a minuscule positive correlation. Video games do not lead to violence or aggression, according to a reanalysis of data gathered from more than 21,000 young people around the world. The researchers, led by Aaron Drummond from New Zealand's Massey University, re-examined 28 studies So this is a meta-analysis from previous years that looked at the link between aggressive behavior and video gaming, a method known as a meta-analysis, as I said. The new report, published in the journal Royal Society Open Science on Wednesday, found that when bundled together, the study showed a statistically significant but minuscule positive correlation between gaming and aggression. Below the threshold required to count as even a small effect.
Correlation is
So I
not
don't
causation.
know. You guys tell me, based on, we're not going to go through the whole article, but you guys tell me based on the way that's worded, does that sound to you like...
Look, I've played video games with a lot of people over the years, and I've never heard anybody who gets as angry as I do when I'm playing video games. People are pretty chill. You know, and I'm always like trying to rein myself in because I'm like, I might be making these people feel uncomfortable because I'm screaming into the mic, you know? So I just don't buy that bullshit, and I don't buy into it, you know? And you know, way to go, Kyle, for covering that. It's silly. I don't think video gaming community has anything to worry about. I don't think they're threatened in any way by any of that. Yeah, everybody seems pretty ineffectual. They all just kind of seem to be doing stuff like what that politician is doing, just to make their constituents happy, so they keep voting for him. So they think they're trying to do something, you know. But are they all getting, or any of them getting anything accomplished at all, besides making the people who are invested in war wealthier? You know? Let's go to war with Russia. Let's go to war with Russia. They're evil. Let's go to war with Russia. Let's go to war with Russia. What else do we got? Arizona wells running dry. That seems to be the most interesting thing on YouTube. There's 3 viewers over there on YouTube channel. 3, it says. God bless America. That is horrible. All Democrats vote to send $40 billion to Ukraine. Yeah, so the Democrats are pro-war. We're pro the Ukraine war, all Democrats. United States, the Republicans are too. Everybody's sending fucking money, billions and billions of dollars, man. Unreal. This isn't even charging my phone anymore again, pal. What are you even not doing? I'll tell you what you're not doing. Charging your phone! Ah! Make sure you put it in the right charger next time, palsy. What are you even not doing over there? Unreal. Nobody's even not doing it like that anymore. Yeah, so I guess the Elon Musk deal on Twitter, guys, does anybody know the status of that? Dude, I gotta figure out what the fuck is running over at my house. 5,000 goddamn... 5,000 watts. What is that, man? What is that? Anti-solar policies threatening U.S. clean energy goals. Anti-solar policies threatening U.S. clean energy goals. That's independent. Is that independent left.news? Who is this? Independent left.news, it is. That's my boy.
This is like
and Reef
we live
Breland.
We live in the dumbest timeline. We live in idiocracy. These anti-solar policies are threatening U.S. clean energy goals. And this is by Bridget Reed Morowski over at Nation of Change. I like their publication. They do some good work. They also do some shit-libby work, but they do some really good stuff about the environment. They also, republish. I know Chris Hedges sometimes Ralph Nader. They pick up some Common Dream stuff. So they're spotty, but I'm still a fan of their stuff, and we picked them up in the newsletter. This one, I could not believe when I saw it.
Dude, I can't believe more people don't listen to this podcast.
These anti-solar panels are just the other day.
These guys are so subverted. It's so obvious.
Well, all of U.S. clean energy goals, of course, is a whole corporate giveaway, and the whole.
Let's listen to this on the speaker, man. With Reef Breland. You may have seen my previous podcasts, Reefer on Reefer, and the Breezin' with the Breland. Oh, that was horrible. What did I just say? I don't even know. I like the music.
I can't believe I even have to do this story. This is like we live in the dumbest timeline. We live in idiocracy.
We live in idiocracy.
Anti-solar policies are threatening U.S. clean energy goals.
I got it. Right. Anti-solar.
This is by Bridget.
This is exactly my problem, right? So I bought a very expensive solar system. At the time I started buying it, I was under the impression I was going to get paid for the solar energy that I was going to be selling back to PG&E. Well, little did I know that about the time that I completed the entire system and had it up and running, they had changed the laws so I basically have to pay them. I have to pay them to transport my energy to their grid. That's how they figure it out. Those cables that fall over and start the fires and kill people. Yeah, I have to pay for that because that extra money has to go to their shareholders in the form of dividends. PG&E, murderers. Pacific Gas and Electric, murderers. But I've digressed. Sorry, bro. The Bong Father and Reef Breland.
Over at Nation of Change.
The Bong Father. I just noticed it says the Bong Father.
They also do some shit-libby work, but they do some really good stuff about the environment. They also, republish, Chris Hedges sometimes Ralph Nader. They pick up some Common Dream stuff. So they're spotty, but
someone should share this to Independent Left.News on Twitter right now.
This one I couldn't
and Reef
believe when I saw it. And
send this to Reef Breland.
This was just yesterday, but these anti-solar panels, or just the other day, are threatening U.S. clean energy goals. Well, all of U.S. clean energy goals, of course, is a whole corporate giveaway, and the whole Green New Deal, Build Back Better is all a corporate cash grab anyway. But
very
many
important.
gigawatts worth of solar power have been installed in the U.S. through all sorts of.
See, we got to pontificate on what he just said there. It's important that you guys catch that because he's right. And it's not real. It's not going to save the world. There isn't going to be, the restrictions on carbon somehow reversing what we've already done. And they deny the science when they demand these carbon taxes and demand that people stop using gas-powered engines and claim somehow that that's the source of our problem. and that by us cutting back on it is somehow going to save us. It's not. It needed to be said.
Rooftop residential arrays, utility scale farms. According to the Solar Energy, to the SEIA, a national trade group, the development of new solar energy has experienced an average annual growth rate of 33%. It's been booming since our buddy Barack Obama started to subsidize those solar panels.
Solar panels?
The solar panels.
Guns and your Christianity
Well,
and your weapons
in
and
20
your ammunition.
I don't do a good Obama.
I got a
In
drone.
2021
I'm
alone,
gonna
all
drone
right, the
bomb
association
you,
says new
and I'm gonna
solar
sip this
installs
water.
amounted
Look
to
at that.
23.6
That was a gulp. I
gigawatts,
just
roughly
gulped that
20%
water.
higher than the
Look
year
at
prior.
me.
And we're only one of 5 countries with large economies that are powered by at least 10% solar or wind, which is awesome. Should be more.
Yeah.
Solar and wind is one of the answers. Photovoltaics are expensive to produce, and they also do take energy to make them. Yes, I get, but that doesn't mean that the industry's
That's an
trajectory,
efficiency problem mainly.
right, is completely
Right.
unimpeded by policies or pushback in various states. And here's where,
Well,
go ahead.
I think it's our buddy, our Twitter buddy Elon Musk, right? He wanted to essentially build giant solar farms because that's way more efficient to build it in that method, right? As opposed to just standard photovoltaics using essentially solar cooking technology to produce steam that then turns a turbine, right?
All right, so
and store that in.
Listen,
You got to be
I-
looking at saline.
I don't want. I'm saying I'm giving a tease here. Here's the big reveal. There's 3 things, and then you can talk about this. So 1,
Okay.
Florida legislation may reduce net metering payouts.
Look at
All right?
that.
That's
Florida.
the first thing. I didn't go into what these things are. Again, you can go to the article and you can see it. 2,
Virginia.
a Virginia utility wants high minimum charge for shared solar subscribers.
High
So again,
minimum charge.
there are high barriers to entry and high minimum charges. Like again, so only wealthy people will be able to afford them. So they're discouraging mass adoption.
Exactly.
And 3, in numerous small towns, solar development moratoriums appear. Now this one I did want to get into a little bit,
How
and here's what's going on.
do we allow this?
Right, municipalities are stalling solar farm projects, right? Mostly because they're dictating under what conditions such arrays can be constructed, right? And they're putting temporary moratoriums on construction or development of new solar farms, which is just what? Wait, what?
Right.
What?
How? What? Why?
What?
They own the land. They want to do this. What?
What?
I don't get it.
Me neither.
You don't get
it's
it.
like a
I
loss
don't
of
get it.
words.
Okay.
It's
So
like,
you know what it
say?
is.
It's all about
It's
geometry.
greed. It's corporate
it's
greed.
thank you, Shaq. It is about geometry.
What did they say?
It's all about geometry.
It's what?
It
It's
is.
about geometry?
It's all about geometry.
It's always thank you, Shaq. It is about geometry.
Okay, how is it about geometry? I don't know. Independent Left News got to tell me what's up with geometry. Why is it about geometry? It's about greed, is what it is, and they know it. And I don't know what they mean by geometry. Is geometry their code word for greed? Is that their safe word?
About geometry.
It's like, oh. I should tweet Independent Left News and Rick Freeland and say, yo, is geometry y'all's safe word? Oh, ba-dum. All right, so I'm a funny guy, and I just proved it with my joke. I've been killing it all day. There's that joke right there, and that's the one. That's the one I did. I've been killing it all day with that one joke. Oh my god. Is it geometry the study of angles? Well, I don't know what geometry actually is actually. I don't know how you would define geometry. I know that it involves shapes. And yeah, the angles involved in making those shapes. I understand that. But I don't know what it's actually the study of, like the define, like if you Googled that and you asked Google and you said what is the study of geometry, or just said what is geometry, it would probably say the study of angles. I don't know. It's about the angles. It's about the angles. It's about people getting angles on their, on finances. And by hurting other people to do it, instead of finding something that helps other people and making money by helping people. So a lot of people choose professions that hurt people, and it's too bad. It's too bad people choose those professions. Man, I gotta get out there and trim some hedges, pull some weeds. I got stuff to do out there. Yeah, they went in there with the weed eater, but I gotta go in there. This stuff has to be pulled out by hand. A lot of it is St. Augustine grass that can be transferred to. I should bring a 5-gallon bucket with water in it and pull the St. Augustine grass runners out and stick them in the bucket, submerge them in the water, and then go around to the places in the yard with a shovel and just bury those runners in those areas, and that it'll explode even faster, the growth out there. They asked me if I wanted to sod the beach, and I said no. I said just let it naturally take over, and it is. It's the St. Augustine is moving into the sandy beach. It's pretty cool. It's encroaching, I just assume let it go all the way to the water. The grass, it's beautiful. Just let that say. Just have a nice grassy. If it's going to do it, I'm not going to stop it. They can just keep cutting it, as it grows, encouraging it to keep going. Dude, after listening to those bands last night, it makes me not even want to play my acoustic guitar anymore. It's so funny. God, this shit was so amazing. I should probably get out more. How this man just caused a $45 billion crash with Terra Luna. Huh. That's interesting. It looks like crypto's trying to recover. Man, Harmony's got all the way down to 4 cents, man. People could have bought it at 4 cents. That's where I bought it at. Where I was doing so well with Harmony. And I'm at 0 on it right now. Because it's right where I purchased it at. I mean, now it's 5 cents. So I'm sure Harmony will go back up just like everything else. But this is an opportunity. If you guys were looking for something to purchase at 5 cents, that's gonna go up. You got like $1,000 to throw down. Buy $1,000 of Harmony at 5 cents, or whatever, and watch that bitch go up. Watch it go to 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. I can't remember where Harmony was at before the crash. I can't remember how high Harmony was. Huh. Isn't that weird? Am I living? No, I live in Florida, David. I moved here. I live here, man. But, you know, this is cool broadcasting right here. I love this little area. It would be badass if this part was like plexiglassed in, soundproofed, like a studio. Holy shit, dude, this would be so badass. I need a fucking studio, bro. We need a studio, bro. I could broadcast from the creek, bro. I could broadcast from the creek, bro. Run some power out there. I could broadcast from right there, bro. That'd be crazy. I don't know if my mom can handle not having the dog and cat here anymore, though. You know? She would miss that cat. Cats are great when somebody else is taking care of them for you, doing the litter and feeding them and stuff, pulling out the knots, all the gnats and shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been on Facebook, David Breeding? Oh, now you know, son. Now you know what's up. I had some deer in the backyard this morning. It's beautiful. Basically got that freaking line. Man, I might go out there with a shovel and look for that pin again. I've got a much better idea of where it is, the marker, and I think I can find it with a shovel. How deep could it be? You know, the other one, I mean, how much dirt would be over the top of it? It's not like anybody went out there and dumped a bunch of dirt on top of it, I figure. So, there's got to be a 1 foot or a 2 foot freaking piece of rebar going straight down to the ground right there. It's right near the surface. It's got to be. And I figure I know just about exactly where it is. It says 16 feet from the center of the creek, man. Hey Karen, hey Debbie. I don't think the creek has really changed. But you know what? Wouldn't that be funny if that's what's happened over the past 35 years? Is that the creek's literally moved from where it was, like a foot or two. So that, but you know, now I've got a line though, so I think I'm good. I've got a line. It doesn't matter. I've got a line off the front of the house. It's pretty cool. I've got a line going all the way back. I sighted it in, man. I used poles, these flags, as markers, and I could see if you look down like you're sighting in a gun, all the poles match. This guy put in two. This surveyor, he put in two poles on the. It was dead on. It was right where I thought the property line would be, but I didn't know. You know, I wasn't sure. I mean, it's where I thought it was, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't mark it. This guy came in with markers. Fucking, he put stakes in. Then he put woods. He put rebar stakes in. Put wood stakes in. Put poles with flags on them. In 3 things, in 2 spots. And I got behind him in a third one. And I got behind it, and put a third one, and matched those 2 up. Put that third one in, and just worked my way all the way to the back of the property. So I basically surveyed it myself. I don't know how accurate that is, but if you stand behind the very last one and you look, it matches all the way up to the one that's in the very front that he put in. I put in a super tall pole right where it was. So he put in like 2-foot stakes, and I put in like 8-foot, 10-foot poles with flags at the top, brightly colored flags, just for this purpose, to sight this in. Anyway, I got all kinds of shit to do out there today. I'm working. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay? You guys take care. We were live for over an hour and a half. Okay? And I'll see you on the next one.